promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, faithfulness.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a Devos with Rose video, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm not reading out of the devotional today, but I'm going to be reading a verse and then we're going to just talk about it. So the verse that I'm going to be reading today is something that God has really put on my heart. I'm a worship leader, and so we were planning for a night of worship, which happened last night, and so we were planning for it, and just for a while now, this has been on my heart, but this verse was just given to me again and again, and I actually, talked to the worship team about it right before we went out to the stage, because it was just something that had been weighing on my heart. The verse, the chapter that I'm going to be reading out of is Genesis 28. So if you want to kind of go there and read the backstory on this, that would be great, but just kind of like a paraphrased, very quick, like how we got here. It's basically Jacob was asleep and he had a dream that God had given him, had shown him about a stairway that touched earth and then went to heaven, and you can read the rest of it, but this is what had happened. And then Genesis 28:16 says, when Jacob awoke from his sleep, he thought, surely the Lord is in this place, and I was not aware of it. And so I love that so much. Surely the Lord is in this place. I was just, not aware of it. I just didn't acknowledge him, He was here, but I just didn't notice him, basically, And how many times do we get caught up in that, where we're like, no matter what it is, hey God, I don't feel you today. We, as humans, we're so caught up in feeling, we just, to experience God, we think we have to go to the altar and have like this tingly sensation or something. And that does happen. But that's not the only time that he's there, He's always there. His presence is here, he's with us. So I think that is so awesome. Surely the Lord was in this place, and I just wasn't aware of it. And that's what I encourage the worship team with, is, when we go out there, it's not about, hey God, let your presence be here, because he's here. He's out there right now. He's ready. But what it is do we acknowledge it? Do we acknowledge his presence? Are we acknowledging it, or are we just focused on, okay, let's get this song right, let's play the set, let's finish up, and let this be done, let's hurry this up. Are we doing that? Or are we focused on, God's presence? Are we listening to him? Are we being obedient to his spirit and where his spirit is leading us? And that's what makes a worship leader. When I say worship leader, I mean the team in general. I mean anybody, anywhere, whether you're on stage or off. That's what it's all about, is acknowledging the presence of God. And I think there's so many times, I actually saw like a little skit on this one time in the past, but there's so many times we're like, oh, I don't feel God, but when in reality, we're so focused on social media, we're so focused on our friends, on going out, doing things, doing this, doing that we're not making time for him. We're not acknowledging his presence. So we might feel, oh, I feel so distant from God right now, but he's in this place. You're just not aware of it. And so I think that speaks to so many different aspects, whether you're a worship leader, whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a dad, whatever you might be, you might feel discouraged. Oh, I haven't felt God in a while. I don't feel like he's with me. But let's just take a minute. Let's just take, a few minutes every day. Wake up a little bit earlier in the morning, or, before you go to bed, take that time to really acknowledge the presence of God. And I promise you, that will put you on the right track. And, the presence of God may not always be just this tingly sensation. You don't have to have that for God to be there and God to be working in your life and God to be speaking to you, It's not all about feeling. Like our human minds, sometimes make us think, and sometimes there are those feelings, but it's not about that, So I just think that in this time, we have to be so aware of the presence of God, because he is moving. I'm telling you, he is at work, and I think that is just so important, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So if you have any thoughts about that, just let me know. Like I said, you can read that whole chapter. It's incredible. I definitely would recommend it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember to get in the presence. Seek after him today like you never have before. And watch how the presence of God changes things. I promise you. So I will see you guys very soon. God bless you. Have a great day.